Yeah. Tony Harris got it going on.
All right, you're on. Say we're on. All right. You say Sean B. Sean B. Perkins. Good morning, everyone. Court of analysis of the Honorable Judge Sean B. Perkins. Our court is in session. Please keep your devices muted. Sit back and wait for your name to be called. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Lambert. We're about to get going. I'm gonna call your case, all right?
Okay.
This is State of Michigan versus Dion Ramon Lambert counts. Case number SP 1120453, counts 1 and counts 2. Mr. Lambert, I see that you have paid, you had 2 tickets in this matter. One of them was civil infraction, and it looks as though you paid that ticket.
Yes.
All right, based on your compliance with that, we're going to dismiss the other matter. All right, Mr. Lambert.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so is there going to be
This is not a so-called status. There's no warranty associated.
For Lambert, well, they were giving out 0 fines for a
What about the 45 reinstatement?
while. He don't owe 45 reinstatement fee.
Okay.
So he didn't pay that.
okay?
It was show cause.
Oh, that's it, but he should be fine.
He fine, he don't owe it.
All right, Mr. Lambert. Your case is going to be dismissed. And you don't have any other matters here with 36 District.
Okay, thank you.
All right, have a great day. Thanks
All
for
right,
your
you
patience.
too. Thank you, sir.
Who do we have next?
That's it.
Ms. Harris? Mr. Taiwan Lawrence. Can you prove him over in the
JS.
JIS?
And he said, Taiwan.
No. For a second.
You didn't want to put on mute?
What is going on? Oops, 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 oops. Sorry, Judge. I have two small children here, so I had to yell. Sorry.
That's fine. Did you get that, Ms. Harris?
You were muted, Judge.
I'm muted.
You off now, took you off.
Ms. Harris? Ms. Harris?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have Taiwan Lawrence, and he's got basically two matters. One of them is not on the docket, is interfering with a government employee. He's got a warrant out. So what we're going to do, Mr. Goss, since the two driving infractions, he paid the civil infraction with that. Mr. Goss is willing to dismiss the other case, but we're going to let him know that we're going to have to reschedule him for maybe a pretrial or a trial date on the other matter. All right, I'll bring him in the room. Mr. Lawrence?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, how are you?
All right.
Thank you for your patience. This is Judge Sean Perkins, and we're gonna call your case, Mr. Lawrence. This is State of Michigan versus Taiwan Lawrence. Case number SP 111-8401, case number SP 111-8358, and case number 203-839-771. So, Mr. Lawrence, there is, I see that you had a civil infraction associated with this first ticket. It seems like you paid that civil infraction, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, based on that, we're going to dismiss the other ticket. So based on your substantial compliance on the SP 111-8358 ticket that you paid, we're going to dismiss the SP 111-8401. But Mr. Lawrence, you have another matter that's not up for today, but I want to get that on the docket to help you clear that up. And that would be the other ticket of of 203-839-771 that's interfering with the government employee. I'm going to recall the warrant on that ticket, Mr. Lawrence, and want to know, we're going to set you a trial date for that ticket so you can come back in and take care of that. Because the officer has to be here for that ticket.
All right.
How far you gonna go out, Judge? Are you gonna go 30 days? 60?
All right, let's go 30 days.
Let me check the time. So that'll be July.
All right, I got a July the 1st date here.
Let me check and see how it's looking.
Could you repeat that?
One second, hold on.
July the 2nd. Do it right.
How's July the 2nd sound, Mr. Lawrence?
Perfect.
All right, Mr. Lawrence. You know, like I said, the one case is dismissed based on your compliance, and then the other case, we're gonna set a trial date for July the 2nd. All right, any other questions?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Lawrence, have a great day. Thank you for your patience.
You too.
Be overwhelmed, but hard, you know? But then I can't. I'm sorry, I just. It's true. It's your decision. Not you. There's just a lot of other factors involved in decisions like this.
That's the thing. We tend to be all cutting edge and progressive. Let's think about the why. Why, Nick? Why, Ronald? Why? Just a corporate stage like the rest of them. You know, I've been thinking, I think we've been alter this the value of the company based on ideology right now. If you said something about people, if common human values are for them and not profit, the only thing that could do is to come into the same misguided values that this country was built on. You go, should be writing all this down. Great tequila shots, please. That's why I surround myself with people that understand common values. Like Ronald Dixie, Nick Town, Fucking it's true, please. N-T-A-L?
And this is the only thing he has for today, but she wants to transfer the drug. And I can print these if you want.
No, not necessarily. I can see the
You can
screen
see it,
there.
okay. You can see it, okay.
Your Honor,
Yes.
the reason you see me, why you see me getting it to leave, because we have, what's a quarter percent to relieve people on the hallways and stuff. So I'm saying the reason, like you see me just get up and leave. 'cause like,
Oh.
Yeah, because we gotta give out breaks in the hallways and stuff.
All right. Okay, so, Mr. Glenn,
Can you hear me?
can you hear me, Mr. Glenn? Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna call your case. This is City of Detroit versus Carl Earl Glenn, case number U587-67520. Mr. Glenn,
Yeah.
I have a based on this ticket, I'm gonna order you assigned to drug court, Mr. Glenn. Moving forward, you'll be going to Judge Shannon Holmes' courtroom, and you'll take care of your matter there. All right.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Glenn. Good luck to you, and thank you for your patience, and have a great day. All right.
Thank you. Okay.
Do we have a date where he's gonna be?
Miss Robs is on the.
Morning, Your Honor.
So you can get that for what did he say? No, he said that's what he said.
Mathis, do we have a date for Mr. Glenn?
I just got finished talking with Judge Holmes' clerk, and she said that Miss Robs will get a date.
Okay. You've been in touch with Mrs. Robbs, right, Mr. Glenn? I guess.
No, I didn't, Your Honor. Taylor, you know what I'm talking about.
Is that Mr. Glenn left?
Don't know you. You
Your
don't.
Honor, you need him back?
You like.
Hello?
Hi, Dean.
You're
I can get him right back if you need.
Morning, Your Honor. This do-gooder. Okay, just like financial bullshit.
Is that Ms. Robbs?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you have, good morning, how are you?
Good, how are you?
You have Mr. Pardon me?
I said, I'm good. How are you, Your Honor?
Very well. You have Mr. Glenn's information and everything. You can get him to make sure his next court date when he knows up there.
Yes, Your Honor. For June 7th, for Judge Shannon Holmes, Veterans Treatment Court.
From the fucking top of my knees and I'm very proud that I $200,000 on my kid's corporate project. So fucking great.
All right. Say that again, Ms. Robbs.
Yes, Your Honor. I have June 7th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. for Veterans Treatment Court Judge Shannon Holmes docket.
7/2021. It seems like Mr. Glenn has left the room, but is somebody else on the line?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm his case manager. I can go get him if you need me.
Please go get him.
Okay, just a minute, Your Honor.
Your Honor, this is Denise, the reporter. Can Ms. Robbs give me that date again, please?
Yes.
I got June 7th, 2021.
Thank you.
Right, Ms. Robbs?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And what time did you say?
8:30 a.m.
Just turn it up just a little bit.
Anybody else that we can get? The two trials.
Yes. The two people put a trial.
Attorney Harris, did you hear that? Mr. Goss has two people for trial that they have offers for. I can put you in the waiting room with each one of those persons.
Yes, and I have the offers.
You do? All right, let me put you in the waiting room. Let me put you in a breakout room with each one of those persons.
Mr. Love, let me help you out. Just please keep in mind, it's court. I know you stopped your video, but if you start it again, just remember that we're in court.
Okay, so keep it muted.
I'm gonna put you in, well, who's the trial?
And he is.
I'm gonna put you in the waiting room, Mr. Love.
Okay.
I don't think the other two people showed up.
Mr. Glenn?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, again, we got a date for you, Mr. Glenn, that you need to appear in Mrs. Holmes' courtroom, and that would be June 7th at 8:30 a.m.
June 7th.
Will he receive any other notice, Ms. Robbs?
Your Honor, I will be in contact with Mr. Glenn. I've been in contact with him, and I'll make sure that he attends the court date, as well as with his
Very well.
coordinator.
Very well. Mr. Glenn, Mrs. Robbs is going to be in contact with you, but your next court date is June 7th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. Do you have any other questions, Mr. Glenn?
Okay.
Okay, have a great day and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, in the waiting room, do you have a Julius Lee or a Fred Lewis?
I have a Fred Lewis.
That matter is set for trial at 9 a.m. I'm not certain if there is a certain time that if an officer hasn't checked in by, we could move for a dismissal.
Yeah, now.
Thank you.
You want to get Mr. The officer hasn't checked in? All right, let's get Mr. Lewis in. Let's get Mr. Lewis in here. I need his file. I'm gonna pull him in the waiting. I'm gonna pull him in the room.
Civil and
Yeah, Mr. Lewis is
Mr. Lewis, what's his first name?
Fred. Mr. Lewis.
Fred.
Mr. Lewis.
He's for trial. It's on trial, not a block.
Mr. Lewis, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, sir. I can hear you.
Let's put this information as well. See if he has any other outstanding matters. Okay, good morning, Mr. Lewis. I'm going to call your case.
Okay, good morning.
This is case number, this is State of Michigan versus Mr. Fred Lamar Lewis. I have case number 204390831. Today is the date and time set for a trial in this matter. Mr. Lewis, I see that the officer has not shown. It is 10 o'clock or 10:01. And counsel, would you like to make a motion?
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Chair Harris, P 72832 on behalf of Mr. Lewis. Again, today is the date and time set for trial. Complaining witness has failed to appear. Defense moves for dismissal.
Okay, is there an officer, Jay Levy, badge number 4630? Without hearing anything from the officer, I'm going to grant defense counsel's motion and dismiss based on no officer. And that will be a dismissal without prejudice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Lewis,
Yes.
you're all set.
All right, thank you.
You have any other questions?
No, no, sir. No, Your Honor.
All right, you got a gift here, Mr. Lewis. Good luck to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Have
Have a great day.
Thank you. You the same. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Okay, so who we have next?
Speaking of Mr. Greer, he set the trial, and I believe we had a did your client agree to that offer, Mr. Greer?
I haven't spoken to him yet.
Oh, okay.
You want to speak to him now, Miss? Is the officer here for Mr. Greer?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me put, you in the waiting room with Mr. Greer.
And then the trend also, the officer here on that case.
All right, I'll do that in a minute.
No, that's bullshit. Tell me that. She didn't show me that.
Good morning, Miss Gutierrez Tapia. Did I get that right?
Yes.
And Mr. Malik Greer.
Yes.
I'm gonna, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm gonna put you in the breakout room with Mrs. Harris, who is you're gonna be your house counsel today, so she can go over your case with you, okay?
Okay.
I can close off breakout.
No, it wasn't me.
There it is.
You close, you gotta reopen all of them.
Any other low hanging fruit? Gold. You just gotta to engage.
How many more do we have?
I'm sure we got plenty. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Let me see if Mr. Goley paid, because he up for it.
So, you go through the ones with the low hanging fruit, you just make the offer to them.
Yeah.
You know,
So I got two, let's with Mr. Gould.
oh, you gotta have, Attorney Harris on the room. You can't just do it without.
No, I'm just seeing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Which one is, what is it?
He's on probation. Officer, Bradfield is his probation officer. He still owes 905. Bradfield was in the zone earlier when he left. I can contact him. Are you ready to hear his case?
All right.
And I can see how much money he owes. Okay, he's just scheduled for review. He got.
Let's get Mr. James Love on the screen.
Okay, Mr. Good.
Say something. Oh, no, you do that too, though.
Your Honor,
Yes.
we are ready on Greer. He is waiving his right to trial and entering a plea under the recommendation. I also need Mr. Goss if he is available.
Yeah.
Do you need Mr. Goss in the breakout room?
Yes, if he could join the breakout room that I'm currently in with Ms. Tapia, breakout room 1.
Your Honor, could you also put Officer Del Bosque in the breakout room?
Ms. Harris, you want the officer? Did you want the officer on Mr. Goss?
Yes, Your Honor.
It's fine, Your Honor. Mr. Greer.
Yes.
All right, does anybody else need to come out of that room?
No, she needs to stay there because we all need to have a discussion. Mr. Greer, if you could mute your device until your case is called, that would help.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, I'm already in breakout room 1, so I can go.
Oh, excuse me, Your Honor.
So.
I pulled up Love for you. We ready?
Let's see what Love is doing. One, two.
There's Love right here. Love. This is the ticket for today.
That's the ticket up through there. And he hasn't paid anything.
Basically, no, he still owes $170 for the new plates, $90. This is a civil infraction too, no quality registration, no insurance.
Are those not all the same, stuff?
It's the same series. He still owes these $45. They're closed. He still got court on these matters right here. I mean, in the future. Let me see.
Your Honor, we're ready on both files.
On both files?
Yes.
If you. Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
Well, so the car, I tried to see the proof and contact that car. I was gonna probably do so much on camera to look here, but,
Ms. Gutierrez Tapia, did I pronounce that right?
Yes.
I'm gonna put you back in the room and we're gonna call your case next, okay?
Okay.
Excuse me, Your Honor. This is
Yes.
a dismissal if you want to go ahead and
Okay, let's.
handle her matter. We're going to dismiss this matter.
All right, Mr. Greer, I'm gonna put you in the room right quick, all right? And then we'll get to you next.
Okay.
Is that Maria Saul?
There's
Ms. Gutierrez Tapia?
Yes.
Is that Maria Saul?
Marisol, yes.
Maria Saul? I'm just checking the ROA to make sure you don't have anything else outstanding, Mrs. Gutierrez Tapia.
Okay.
No, this is June.
So we're dismissing everything, Mr. Goss?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll put on the record.
What looking again?
All right, we're gonna go on the record. This is City of Detroit versus Mrs. Gutierrez Tapia. These are case numbers SP 1125026, counts 1 and 2, and SP 1125025. Today is the date and time set for a trial in these matters. Mr. Goss, do you have a recommendation?
Good morning, Your Honor. Dr. Goss, P60162. On behalf of the city, Your Honor, I want to put on record that Officer Del Bosque is here for trial, but we were given information by Ms. Gutierrez Tapia that her vehicle was stolen. She provided a police report on this matter. So at this time, the city is requesting to dismiss all 3 charges.
Anything you have to say, Mrs. Harris?
nothing, Your Honor. No objection here.
Okay, Mrs. Gutierrez Tapia, thank you for your patience. Based on the motion by the people, we're going to dismiss your matters. Do you have any other questions, Ms. Tapia?
No, no questions, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, very well. It looks like you don't have anything else in this 36th District Court, so you'll be all set with us. Good luck, Mrs. Gutierrez Tapia. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a great day as well. All right, Mr. Greer, what are we doing with Mr. Greer?
He's taking a.
It's a plea.
So this is just going to be failure to display?
No, improper place.
Improper place. Right. So here it has.
Right, the officer changed it to a proper place.
Now, can you pull up Mr. Greer on there? And did he have, he had other matters associated with this, right?
Yes, I'm gonna switch the screens. So this is everything that was scheduled for today.
Did he pay anything at all?
Not yet, because this one is a formal hearing, so that's the civil infraction. These are 2 trials. He didn't pay because we haven't paid yet.
Right.
So let's see if he got any other matters. Everything else is closed.
Everything else is closed. So you're gonna give him the proper place, right?
He's gonna get the improper plates for the expired plates. Is that correct?
What is it?
With the plea officer, with the plea officer.
Count 2 expired place.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Greer.
Yes.
Good morning. I understand you had an opportunity to talk with the city attorney and you guys have made a resolution for this.
Yes, sir.
You satisfied with that?
Yes.
That's good. Is that this one?
Which one?
I'm calling case City of Detroit versus Malik Devontae Greer, case numbers SP 113632121, counts 1, 2, and 3. Today is the date time set for a trial in this matter, and I do understand that, Mr. Greer, you've reached an agreement with the people, with the assistance of your counsel, to plead to one that would be improper plates and to dismiss the other 2 counts. Is that your understanding, Mr. Greer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Excuse me, Your Honor, Dante Goss, P60162, on behalf of the city. Your Honor, at this time, I'm looking at the charge, the one that he's pleading to is actually a civil infraction, not a civil misdemeanor. So at this time, Your Honor, I'm gonna modify that to blockading instead of improper plates.
Okay, Mr. Greer, with your patience, the offer just got a lot better for you, and the people are willing to amend the ticket to block a civil infraction of blocking traffic, and that'll be a fine, Mr. Greer. Any objection from the people? I mean, from Ms. Harris? Obviously not.
No objection.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I also want to put on the record that Officer Nelson was present for this trial, and he agreed with this recommendation.
Okay. So based on that, so based on that, Mr. Greer, based on your acceptance of that recommendation, I am going to issue a fine in this matter of $175. Do you need time to pay that?
Yes, next Wednesday.
Well, let me ask you this. Okay, Mr. Greer,
Your Honor, for purposes of the factual basis, we will stipulate to the face of the ticket.
Okay, great. All right.
My phone acting stupid.
So, Mr. Greer, do you admit to blocking traffic? Do you admit responsible to blocking traffic?
No, sir.
Unfortunately, Mr. Greer possibly was trying to unmute his device and removed himself.
All right.
Okay, there it is.
Oh, he's back. Mr. Greer.
Yes.
Can you hear me? So based on that, do you admit to blocking traffic in the city of Detroit on 11/17/20?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to accept your responsible plea. I'm going to fine you $175 in this matter, Mr. Greer. When do you need time to pay that?
I can pay it tomorrow.
Okay, based on that, I will say I'll give you to June 15th, Mr. Greer, to pay that. All right.
Okay.
So if you get that paid, then the case will be closed out. You won't have any other. It doesn't look like you have any other matters with the 36th District Court. But if you for some reason can't pay that matter, Mr. Greer, log back in on the 15th so we can see if we can give you some more time so you don't incur any other penalties in that. Okay, Mr. Greer?
Okay, thank you.
All right, have a great day. Thank you for your patience.
You too.
So here you go, down here. Mr. Gomes. Can you put that on? Can you put that up? Who we have next? I have Mr. Love next. That's the next file. Ms. Harris, have you had time to speak to Mr. Love?
I have not spoken to him yet, but I can.
All right, why don't we do that? I'm gonna pull him out and put him in a breakout room with you, okay?
Orange.
We got.
Mr. Love. Mr. Love?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Love. I'm gonna, good morning. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Attorney Harris. There's an offer in here, and I'll allow you to discuss that with your attorney, okay?
Yes, sir.
It's too late.
Do you have any other low-hanging fruit?
He paid this, he paid this. That's nice. You know, you. We should do. And then just go talk to her, because she has to offer.
I kind of, I kind of try to keep their stuff personal to them.
Especially when people may have this need.
He paid the 260. All right.
This is for Thursday document. Okay. I know that's the way you like it. I check early.
So,
You guys turn the tickets on real quick.
You still in the good one?
Judge on 5:30.
You right here.
Judge. Is this house you live in?
Okay, this is the one scheduled for today.
Sure.
These are all scheduled for 4:30. He failed to appear.
Yes, I'm here on schedule with the judge.
So originally they were scheduled for 4:30, but since he failed to appear, the court is now show cause. So that's why these are in the court. They should be in default status if the clerk put them in default by him failing to appear.
Oh, so, we, so for him, we're gonna,
Let me go back to this one. That's the one in the docket for today.
That one count 3. That's the new position. And dismiss the other 2 matters.
Okay. So they dismissed count 1 and 2. He pleaded and then this is the thing about him, Judge. He has some future dates coming up. I don't know if you want to address them
Yeah,
today.
let's address those.
Okay, I'll give these to,
Those future dates.
hold on, let me show you.
All those
They're scheduled for arraignment in August. You could let him come back in August, or you could just
are- Let's try to get it.
get everything
Mr.
done.
Goss,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Love has.
Mr. Goss,
Yes.
question.
Uh-huh.
Your recommendation has the other case number on it. It ends in 561, counts 1, 2, and 3. If I'm not mistaken, count 3, although you have it amended to improper plates, count 3, I think is a civil. It's a no proof of insurance.
You said count 3 is a civil.
It is.
Yes.
Mr. Love. All right, well, we can amend it to,
Let me start before I start. He has 3 other matters that are in August. Can we make him a package deal right now to get rid of all those cases?
Are these those cases?
No, he's, let's see. what
He's scheduled for August. He has future dates for August, and they just want to address them today.
Let her know which one.
I'm just wondering what the case number is.
Okay, let me give it to you. It's 213-99715, count 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Well, we're kind of in the waiting room, Mr. Love. We're not trying to see if we can get this all resolved, so you don't have to come back, all right?
Attorney Harris.
Yes.
Count 1 is FTD, dismiss the other 2.
So
Okay.
how many is it leading to?
3.
Can we just get him 2? Yeah. So it's all-
You know what? Attorney Harris,
Yes, sir.
was he accepting the offer from the original offer?
Yes.
Good. Yes,
Yes.
then I will dismiss the other 3.
Hello.
Okay, but the count 3 that you amended to improper plates is a civil.
Blockade.
Blockade. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Bradfield?
Good afternoon. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Who do I have missing on Jessica's iPhone here? Who is that?
Damon Glenn.
Mr. Glenn, I'm gonna rename you. Davon Glenn,
Yes.
and I'm gonna put you in the waiting room, Mr. Glenn. We're gonna get you as soon as we can, all right?
Yes, sir.
He got ROAs. That's what I know. Okay, he's still. Yeah, he's still, that'd be all his cases, and he had 45 with his state.
Are any of these state cases?
No.
All city cases?
Okay.
Mr. Love,
Yes, sir.
thank you for your patience. I'm gonna call your cases now. I have the city of Detroit versus James William Love. I have case numbers SP 112956, count 1 and 2 and 3. I have SP 112-96551. I also have 213997151, counts 1, 2, and 3. Mr. Love.
Yes, sir.
You had an opportunity to speak with your attorney, and I see that there's an offer here in the file. The offer is as plead to the SP 1129655, which was originally a license improper plate, which would be, is that what that is?
He pleaded notice.
A license improper, which would be amended to a failure to display, which is a 0-point misdemeanor, and to SP 1129561, count number 3, which was a no proof of insurance, and that would be amended to a blockading traffic. And then we're going to dismiss SP 1129561, counts 1 and 2, and 21399715, counts 1, 2, and 3. Did I get that correct, Mrs. Harris?
I believe so, Your Honor.
Okay. Is that your understanding of the offer, Mr. Mr. Love?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you know that there's gonna be a $240 fine for the first ticket, the amended ticket of failure to display, and there's gonna be a $175 fine for the amended ticket to blockading traffic. And I see also that you have two $45 reinstatement fees, Mr. Love, from some tickets that you got back in 2018. So based on that, we're gonna place this on the record. Can you raise your right hand, Mr. Love?
Yes.
Okay. Do you promise or swear or affirm to tell the truth in this matter, Mr. Love?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Love, on November 2nd, 2020, at around 1:52 p.m. in the city of Detroit, near, were you in the city of Detroit at that time? Ms. Love?
Yes, I can hear you.
On November the 2nd, 2020, at 1:52 p.m., were you in the city of Detroit near the area of 7 Mile Road and Hartwell Street?
7 Mile Road and Hartwell Street. Yes.
And did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes.
Okay, and did they ask you to provide a driver's license in which you couldn't provide them a driver's license?
Correct.
Okay, and you had an opportunity to speak with an attorney today, is that correct?
Yes.
And did anybody offer you anything other than what we just stated on the record in exchange for your plea today?
No, sir.
And are you pleading guilty today on this matter freely and voluntarily of your own will?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you understand that you have a right for a trial if you did not want to accept this offer, you had a right to go to trial.
Correct.
And by accepting this offer, you're going to waive your right for a trial, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Based on that, I'm going to accept your plea to the amended count of failure to display. And also, on this date and time, Mr. Love, were you blocking traffic? Do you believe responsible for the blocking traffic ticket, Mr. Love?
No, I never got, I never had
let me stop.
Mr. Love, hold on.
Let me stop you.
There was a ticket for a no proof of insurance. Accepting the plea deal and the plea offer means that they were amending that down to an offense that does not abstract and it only carries a fine. Did you want to avail yourself of that plea deal?
I'm really not understanding what was being asked right now.
All right.
So on that date and time, did you have insurance?
No, I did not.
And Your Honor, with the statement that he did not have insurance, we would ask the court to accept his plea to the amended charge of now blockading traffic.
Okay, I will accept that. Now, Mr. Love, I just want to make sure you understand what's going on, okay?
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Love, you had 7 different matters today. And only one of the matters is going to be you pleading the failure to display because you said that you didn't have a license on that day and that people are willing to amend that ticket to failure to display. That's a 0-point ticket. And on the other ticket, which was that a civil infraction, no insurance, or a misdemeanor, no insurance, correct?
Civil infraction.
Okay, that was a civil infraction, no insurance. The people are willing to amend that no insurance ticket to a blockading traffic ticket. That blockading traffic ticket only carries a fine and it does not abstract to the Secretary of State. So they're giving you a good deal here, Mr. Love. It's up to you whether do you understand what's being offered to you?
Yes, I do.
And all the other cases are going to be dismissed, okay?
Yes.
All right. So based on that, I'm going to accept your responsible plea to the amended charge of blockading traffic. I'm going to fine you $240 for the amended failure to display ticket. And I'm going to fine you another $175 for the amended blockading traffic ticket. And that would be a total of $415. Mr. Love, you need time to pay that.
Yes.
And how much time do you need, Mr. Love?
And you said it was all together. How much was it?
It's going to be $415.
Okay.
For these two matters.
I just started my job yesterday, and I get paid Friday, so I can have it done before Monday next week, Tuesday.
Well, listen, Mr. Love, I'll give you as much time as you need. So just give me about how long you need to take care of these tickets.
2 weeks.
Go ahead, Ms. Harris.
Your Honor, I was going to say, considering the fact that he just started his employment, if he could have a 30-day date to pay by and or return to the court, it would be appreciated.
Thank you, Ms. Harris. You understand that, Mr. Love? So I'm going to give you, today is the 1st. Let's get that calendar up.
July the 2nd.
Okay, July the 2nd. Okay, Mr. Love, I'm going to give you till Friday, July the 2nd to pay. And if you come into a situation where you find that you can't get this all paid off, Mr. Love, please zoom back in so we can see if we can find out, give you some more time so you don't incur any more fines and costs, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, and what you're gonna also have to do that's not gonna be part of this is you're gonna eventually have to pay that $90 reinstatement fees on those 218 cases, okay?
Yes.
But I'm not gonna make that a part of this order. This order is gonna have you pay just the $415. But if you wanna go back to the Secretary of State and get your license, then keep in mind that that $90 is gonna have to be paid, all right?
Okay.
Okay, all right, Mr. Love, you have any other questions?
No, but I did have one thing to say about the proof of insurance on the car.
Uh-huh.
When the officers pulled me over, they asked me did I have my ID. I mean my license. I told them no, I don't have my license. And then when he asked me for the insurance, the proof of insurance to the car, I was giving it to him, but he was checking the car for goods and he noticed that it wasn't no good, so he didn't want the insurance. That was the reason why I didn't show the proof of insurance. Yes, sir.
Are you stating that you had insurance on that day, Mr. Love?
Yes, sir. I did. I had insurance on that day, but they didn't stay long enough to look at.
So, Mr. Love.
Mr. Love, that kind of contradicts the testimony that you just gave. Because I asked you, did you have insurance? And on the record, you said, no, I did not.
Yeah, it's not, he asked for the insurance in the car that I was in, which was my mother's car. And I don't have insurance like for my name.
So, I mean, you still have to teach something else.
So essentially, Mr. Love, here's the deal. I respect the fact that you had insurance, but the people are what their position is that they're giving you a sweetheart deal here, and they're dismissing 5 other cases.
Right.
So he's not gonna dismiss 6 cases and only let you plead to 1. So either you accept that plea of the amended count of blockading traffic for the no proof of insurance, or you plead to something else.
Right. But I accepted though. I just was trying to get a good understanding about the insurance thing.
I respect that, Mr. Love, but it's not gonna get any better than this.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Ms. Harris?
Nothing, Your Honor. Nothing.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Goss?
No, Your Honor.
You have any other further questions, Mr. Love?
No, sir. Thank you.
All right. Do you understand what is expected of you moving forward?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Mr. Love. With that, that's going to conclude the matter. And good luck to you, Mr. Love. And like I said, if you find yourself that you get that as paid as soon as you can, if you find yourself needing more time, zoom back in. All right, Mr. Love?
Yes, sir.
All right, have a great day.
You too.
What we have next? Mr. Lofton, Frederick Lofton. Have you spoken, had a chance to speak with him? Mrs. Harris, I have here.
No, I have not.
I have here a amended count of failure to display and dismissing 2 other matters.
Break out roll, please, and thank you.
Got Jessica's iPhone again. Is that Mr. Demond?
Yes.
got knocked out again, Mr.
Yeah, I guess.
What's your last name, Mr. Demond?
Glenn.
Glenn. All right, I'm gonna put you back in the waiting room. Oh, you want to talk to him, Ms. Harris?
I can.
I can see his file.
Who are you looking for, Judge?
Demond.
Demond,
We'll get your file. We're gonna pull up your file, Mr. Glenn. Just sit tight for a minute, all right?
Okay.
I thought he got some parlays.
Let's go with, we got Lofton up there right now. He's got 3 now.
Like it, let me see. Let me just switch it real fast. These are the two. Let's get it today. They were probably originally scheduled for 4/23. He failed to appear, and the misdemeanors got scheduled for show cause.
Did you have a chance to speak to Mr. Law? You need a chance to speak to Mr. Lawson?
I haven't had a chance to speak to him yet.
All right, let me put him in, what you got out of the way. Mr. Lawson.
Yes, sir.
Morning.
Good morning.
Here, and this is Harris. Thank you for your patience. I'm going to put you in in the breakout room with Attorney Harris so she can discuss your case. All right.
Okay.
I'm giving you the payment dates, you could be a little. Show you one thing. These are people that have focus, so this is the LOAs, okay?
Judge Perkins,
I'm trying to
this is Denise.
Ms.
May I step
Davis?
Hi, may I step away for a second?
Certainly.
Thank you.
You said you had court today, correct? What is your name? Officer Lee. Officer Lee. I thought you were a defendant. That's why I said you were. What was the defendant you were? Oh, Fred.
We'll do Lyles next.
Let me see. Yeah, it was dismissed, no officer. Okay, all right, have a good day. Well, he failed to appear. He was just double checking. He didn't come at the time.
Just
Right, as you progress on the bench, you can set your time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this day one, so, I mean, he don't.
Both officers
I
know
mean,
that
he-
30 minutes,
I mean, well,
not 2 hours.
I know not 2 hours, but it would be the judge's call.
That judge ain't going for no 2 hours.
Well, you don't know, you see how things go.
No, I'm not
We're gonna go there, okay, but that's your call, right?
No, he's right. He knows.
He knows, okay.
He knows.
Yeah, my officer, but come on, you
I mean, every day is different, some people be 10 o'clock, 9:30,
it's not fair to,
I mean, he can lock the Zoom meeting if you want to, he can do that.
Let's see this.
but now people keep on getting kicked out. That's the
I
problem.
agree, no, we have to.
Yeah, because some judges do like,
Yeah, they lock it, it would be based on.
then they have to call you saying, can you let me in?
And I'm not, if the judge don't.
Now, I want to be able to, like I say, if they come in, then officers are going to be held to a little bit higher standard.
Yeah.
This is what they do every day.
You paid to be here. Right. It's like a job, right? It is a job, right?
Mr. Goss?
You are working me today, Attorney Harris.
I appreciate you, Mr. Goss. Mr. Lofton has indicated that he has his license and his insurance. However, he doesn't have video, so I'm not able to show that to you, nor am I able to review it. Could he come down to the courthouse?
Can the clerk, can you run Mr. Lofton's driver's license?
Oh, SOS,
Yeah,
SOS,
SOS.
okay.
That would tell us if
You said,
he has a license, we dismiss everything.
and that was Frederick Walker.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Goss. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
You're welcome.
You're not gonna thank me, Ms. Harris?
She wanna say it so bad.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate your time and your patience.
Hey, I listen, I do have the authority to accept it or not, right?
That's true. I was waiting until I got the dismissal and you said dismiss, then I was gonna say thank you.
I got you.
Here you go.
Can you just tell me if you have a valid driver's
It's
license?
valid.
Okay, we'll dismiss it. He has a valid driver's license.
Thank you so very much. But Your Honor, he's on the phone, so he can't leave the breakout room. We'll need you to close that, please, and thank you.
Oh, he can't, he must have a flip phone or something, because I thought he could leave the breakout room.
No, if
he
they
just-
dial in, it's, although I think if you press pound, you can get out. It hasn't worked yet.
Okay, so I gotta close all the breakout rooms then?
Yes,
Or
sir.
let me see.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to close, yeah, all right. So we'll close all of them.
You gotta find a better way.
And you know, because you can change that option so it doesn't take 60 seconds for it to close. You can change it till it takes 10 seconds. So once you close them all, 10 seconds, and then the person is back. But we also have probation officer Bradfield for, I think the last name is Goley.
Yes, which Bradfield, thanks for your patience, Officer Bradfield. Good morning to you.
Morning, Your Honor.
Thank you for bearing with us. What matter are you on?
Mr. Goley, Judge.
Mr. Goley.
Roy Goley
Okay.
Jr.
Now, what was the recommendation for that?
Your Honor, we are respectfully asking for an adjournment so this defendant can pay off his fines and costs to the court.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we can call that right now. Well, do we have Mr. Lofton on the line?
Yes, we do.
Okay, let's, 1 second, Mr. Officer Bradfield, I'll call you right, you'll be right next. Let me take care of this.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Mr. Lofton,
Yes, sir.
can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, we're gonna call your case. I have the City of Detroit versus Frederick Lofton. Case numbers P1130271, counts 1 and 2, and P1130263. Mr. Lofton, I do understand that you have your driver's license at this time, and we did look that up via the Secretary of State. So based on your substantial compliance, Mr. Lofton, the people are willing to dismiss these matters.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Lofton, based on that, the above mentioned cases are going to be dismissed. And Mr. Lofton, you don't have anything else here with 36th District Court, sir? You have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, Mr. Lofton, thank you for your patience and have a great day, okay?
Thank you. You do the same thing. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Okay, Mr. Bradfield, I appreciate your patience, and we'll get you all set with Mr. Goldie. How much time are you willing to give Mr. Goldie?
Your Honor, I'm willing to give Mr. Goley as much time as he needs. He's been on for 4 months. If he needs another 4 months or 6 months, I have no objections to that.
How long has he been on probation?
4 months, Judge.
Okay, and what was the original term?
The original term was 4 months disorderly conduct. He's complied
Okay,
with.
so based on that, he's getting a deal to the disorderly conduct and delayed. So it would, from my understanding, it would be dismissed, right, if he makes the payment, right?
I don't think it was a delayed sentence. I think it was a straight probation. I could be wrong.
What was the underlying charge?
Offer to engage.
And it's no,
But they're admitted to this.
Yes, offer to engage, correct.
So, all right, so we're gonna give him another 4 months?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, I'll just type. We bring him in.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. Goldie.
Yes, sir.
This is Judge Sean Perkins, and I have Mr. Officer Bradfield on the line, and I understand that you need some more time to pay these fines off.
Yes, sir.
All right. How much time are you gonna need, Mr. Goldie?
I for sure can have it paid off by the end of July.
The end of July?
Yes, sir. An extra 30 days.
All right. So let me call the case number and put this on the record. This is the city of Detroit versus Roy Stanley Golden Jr. Case number U565-857-20. I'll say that again, U565-857-20. Mr. Goldie, I understand that you have entered into an agreement with this and you were placed on 4 months probation, and this ticket would be amended to a disorderly conduct, Mr. Goldie. And have you paid anything on this yet, Mr. Goldie?
No, sir, I have not been able to. I'm a homeowner. I've been having issues with my basement flooding lately. So I have had to address that because it was a stench. The whole sewer is bagged up. I still have one more pipe to unclog, but I have ran out of money. I have been unable to do anything. I have
are you work? Let me ask you this: are you working, Mr. Goldie?
No, sir, Your Honor. I had lost my job in the midst of this case, and my baby mama had put a false case on me in December.
I don't need any that much more information, Mr. Goldie. So, based on that, the court finds that good cause to
Okay, he owns, these are all reinstatement fees. Okay.
I completed everything, but was unable to get to the court fines.
I'm just looking up to see if you got any other matters here.
He got court Thursday. Sure.
I have a court date on the 3rd, and a few more days. I had got
3 tickets before I had got put on probation. I have not got into any police contact while I've been on probation for these 4 months, sir.
Yeah, let's address those, Mr. Goss.
You mean
hold on, Mr. Goldie. Hold on, Mr. Goldie. Just sit tight, all right? We're gonna start to see if we can wrap this all up in the one, so you don't have to zoom back in on the third.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it.
Here, you want to separate it from the time. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, okay, FTD.
Those are all old dudes.
They all, he just gotta pay him. They must have been applying some money to him as he been paying. That's why he.
I had went through a program last year, street court.
Right.
They cleared, like I guess all of my 36 district. I know I see a warrant. I'm gonna have to go talk to them about it.
You want me to call him or you don't? You don't care.
Yeah, 1 second. I'll put you back in the waiting room right quick, Mr. Gold. Hold on.
Okay.
Mr. Goss?
Yes, sir.
240.
Gary.
You see.
Yeah, what's the point? Yeah. Taking a bigger hole.
So, Mrs. Harris, for Mr. Goley, he has 3 other matters that are going to be heard in 2 days that are supposed to, they're up for, that's a driving while license suspended, a no insurance misdemeanor, and a driving unregistered or untitled vehicle. And the offer is to amend the driving while license. That would be up to you and Mr. Goss.
Mr. Goss, could we have a dismissal considering the enormous amount of fines and costs he already has outstanding and the fact that he's on probation and hadn't had any other violations during that time? And I think these were prior to being placed on probation. Please and thank you.
Do you have that? Oh, so you don't even have a driver's license. Can you tell me the last time you had a driver's license?
So yeah, these were before the date of the original.
Don't worry about it. Yes, Attorney Harris.
Can you tell me the date? What's the date of the offense, Your Honor?
Which offense are we talking about?
The tickets that, the 3 that you just had.
That's the date of offense is 10/27/2020.
The only reason I asked is it's possible that he had a felony out of those 2, possibly, but I can't get the information to open.
Okay.
You want to find out?
No, I'm dismissing them.
Thank you, Mr. Goss.
There you go. Very good, Ms. Harris. I'm gonna bring Mr. Goldie back in the room. Okay, Mr. Goley. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Goley, I'm gonna call your cases. This is the City of Detroit versus Roy Stanley Goley. Case number SP 1116388, counts 1, 2, and 3, and recalling case number U565-85720. As for the matters that you have up on the 3rd of this month, Mr. Goley, the people, based on the fact that you have some substantial fines and costs that you still need to pay in the U case, the people are willing to dismiss these other 3 cases, and because you have those substantial fines, so the court is going to dismiss the 3 cases, the SP 1116388, counts 1, 2, and 3. And Mr. Goley,
yes, sir.
You have the other payments. You know, you owe $915 in this matter, right?
Yes, sir.
Do I have that right, Mrs. Harris or Mr. Bradford?
905, Judge.
905. So what I'm going to do is, you say you need to the end of July?
Oh, yes, sir.
All right. Based on the fact that you stated on the record that you're not employed right now, I'm going to give you a little bit more time than that. Let's see.
Thank you, Judge.
I really appreciate it, Judge.
All right.
Are you making?
Let's say I'll give you until Friday, September 3rd, 2021, okay?
Okay. That's for sure more than enough time.
I hope so. And if it's not, Mr. Goley, I want you to zoom back in and let us know. I want you to hopefully you can get a job, and hopefully you can get this stuff taken care of. But I want you to at least zoom back in if you can, so the court can hear it again and find out what your circumstances is, and we can possibly get you some more time to pay. But hopefully you can get this paid, because if not, then the original charge is going to have to come back.
I for sure had that 905 or 915, sir. I'm going to put aside the funds. Like I said, I own my home. I've just been having issues here that I had to address, and it's just hard.
Look, I understand that. We don't want you to lose your home. And you also have some 15 reinstatement fees for some old cases at $30 a piece. Now, that's not going to affect anything going here. But if you're trying to get your license back, at some point those are going to have to be paid. Okay.
Correct, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Goley. So, pardon me?
I'm sorry for cutting you off. I was working on this in the beginning of the year. I got into some more trouble, and it just all bagged up. And then I lost my job because I was attending to the court sessions, and I transferred jobs, and I got fired my first week. It's just been all chaotic.
All right. I understand. When it rains, it pours. Hopefully you can get it together, Mr. Goley. If you don't have any more questions?
No, sir. And I really appreciate it again, Judge.
All right. Well, let's let me know if let's get this paid. If not, make sure you zoom back in. So, anything else, Mr. Officer Bradfield?
So, Judge, if he pays it before September 3rd, can I submit a discharge for Mr. Goley?
If he pays it before September 3rd, then he doesn't have to come back.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Anything further, Mr. Goley?
No, sir. I wish you.
All right, have a great day. I thank you for your patience.
Good day. You all have a good day too. You and your family.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
All right. Thanks a lot. Sorry for the wait, Officer Bradfield.
That's totally fine.
Okay.
Thanks, Attorney Harris.
Okay.
Gully, you're good to hang up now, I believe, or disconnect.
Okay, thank you. You have a good day.
You too.
This is, I guess we got Maureen Lyles. Can we pull her up? Did you have a chance to talk to Mrs. Lyles, Ms. Harris?
No, sir, I have not.
She has 3 matters. One is pleading to limited access 1 to 5, responsible, and dismissing the other 2. I'm just gonna check to see if she has anything else outstanding.
Okay.
You want me to give you time to speak with her, Mrs. Harris?
Please and thank you. If she wants to speak to me. Oh.
Okay, all right. Oh, no. Ms. Lyles.
Yes.
Good morning. Thank you for your patience.
Yes.
This is Judge Sean Perkins. What I do have here is I have an offer tendered to you by the people, which would be,
These are from 2015, right here. These are civil infractions. That's why it's so high in the late fees and stuff. Then she got court coming up. Let me see something. She owed this one. Insurance, that's civil.
and that's part of this case.
I think these are, she got upcoming court. Like, she must
Took
have
me out of her,
all this stuff, everything. Okay, all right.
Look here, Ms. Wiles, I'm looking at your file, and it seems like you have a little more going on than we thought, okay?
Okay.
So what we want to do is, we want to make sure that we try and wrap all this stuff up. I think you have another court date here coming up, and we want to try to wrap it all up into one. So I'm printing out these ROAs, and I'm gonna hand it over to the people. I'm gonna give you an opportunity, once we do that, to go in a breakout room with Attorney Harris, who will be representing you today, unless you have an attorney of your own.
No, sir.
Okay, so give us a minute. Let's pull this stuff up and get all this taken care of, so we can try, if we can, to get you out of here today, and you understand what you have to do moving forward. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right, let me put you back in the waiting room.
Okay.
Mr. Goss. Okay. Let's see who we have next. Mr. Duffy. He's got this.
Okay.
So he's got disorderly conduct. Mrs. What I'm gonna say, I'm gonna give you opportunities. Ms. Harris, I got Mr. Alex Guthier next, and it's an offer in here to disorderly conduct. You want to have an opportunity to speak with him?
Yes, please. This is a 2015 matter, correct?
This is a 2015 matter.
Mr. Goss, we both looked at you at the same time. Are you considering?
I would not object if the Honorable Judge Sean Perkins decide to do anything in his discretion. I would not object to that.
Because this is Ms. Lyles. All right, we'll bring Mr. Guthrie.
Yeah, because, you know, ours is technically 10 years, but I don't object in those matters.
Okay. You know, I now have that forever recorded on YouTube. Thank you.
Okay. So, Mr. Guthier?
Yes, sir.
Did I get that, pronounce that right?
Yes, you did.
All right. All right, we're gonna call your case This is the City of Detroit versus Alex Joseph Guthier, case number U24998915. I see that this is a arraignment on the bench warrant, Mr. Guthier, so we're gonna start by removing the bench warrant and entering a not guilty plea on your behalf. And I do have, based on the age of the ticket, Mr. Guthier, the people are willing to dismiss this ticket, and I'm sure that your defense counsel, Mrs. Harris, has no objection to that. Is that okay with you, Mr. Guthier?
That sounds great. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Based on that, we're gonna dismiss the ticket. Does he have anything else over here?
Your Honor, Dr. on behalf of the people,
No.
the people does not object to the dismissal by Your Honor.
Okay. No objection, and I'm sure you don't have any objection either, do you, Ms. Harris?
No objection.
Okay.
You don't have anything else to it.
All right.
All he goes is $50 warrant fee. You waiving the $50 warrant fee?
He got 10% back.
All right. So here we got. Do you pay a bond in this case, Mr. Guthier?
Yes, $100.
So based on that, we're going to. Since 2018, or he posted a new one. Yeah. Okay. Based on that, there is a $50 warrant fee that I'm going to assess, and we're going to apply that $100 bond to that warrant fee. Okay.
Okay.
So you'll get the remainder of that back at some time. It takes a couple of weeks for that to process. And do we have your correct address?
Couple of months.
Couple of months then. I'm sure we have your correct address because you have to probably get that up when you process the bond, right?
You posted the bond last month, so should.
What address do you have?
It's on. I gave it to him.
Okay, you understand that, Mr. Let's see, let's just make sure your address. Are you still at 321 East 7th Street in Rollo?
Yes, sir.
All right, so based on that, we're gonna apply that bond to the $50 warrant fee, and we're gonna dismiss the matter. And you have any other questions?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Guthier, thanks for your appearance, and thank you for your patience. With that, that'll conclude this matter.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, have a great day.
You as well.
So that's it. This is Miles. So I have some cases. I got Mr. Delon Lancaster, Aaron Gilbert, Dorico. I got Dorico Lewis here. I have Julius Lee, Philip Looney, Damon Glenn, and then we have Mrs. Riles.
Can we call Mr. Lee, please? Julius Lee, it was a trial date.
Okay. I don't have a file for him, but. And the officer didn't show up, Mrs. Harris?
I don't believe so. I'm trying to find the names that you mentioned. You said Lancaster?
I got Delon Lancaster, and these are the people that I don't have a folder for.
But I don't see that person on the docket either.
Okay. What about Aaron Gilbert? Is he on the docket?
I don't see that on the docket, but let me check the afternoon.
Yeah, they might.
So Lancaster is for this afternoon. I don't see Gilbert.
Hold on, I can run his name though.
Let me see the one you just read.
Okay, this is Julie.
Doesn't have anything else.
Hold on, let me run it back.
This is the drag racing one.
Yes.
Oh, Mr. Go. We did go.
Yeah. Look, I got drag racing passenger. They give a passenger drag racing?
Right. He was in the field of somebody with track. The officer's not here anyway.
Exactly.
So let's take Mr. Julius Lee.
Thank you.
I pulled him up, Judge. He don't own it.
He doesn't have anything.
Let me check. No buy money. No buy money.
We have a warranty. Mr. Julius Lee.
Yes, sir.
Please figure out one right here.
So how was the agent?
Case, that 20 is for 20, the year 2020.
I just want to see why it doesn't have class.
He failed to appear. See, this is the date that this offense was 3/7.
So, Mr. Lee,
Yes, sir.
I see that you had a previous court date that you missed.
When? Last time I had a court date, I appeared and talked, and the judge was Deborah Lewis.
This one he failed to
Okay.
This one he failed to appear. February 24th.
Was he supposed to take a class? Mr.
Yep.
Lee, were you supposed to take the class?
Yes, sir. And I got the certificate right here to show that I passed the class.
Hold that
Okay.
up to the screen, Mr. Hold that up to the screen, Mr. Lewis, Mr. Lee.
What's the recommendation?
Well, it's
Want me to flip the camera? Look
I
at it.
have a certificate of completion.
Okay. All right, now I know who he is.
It says complete on driver online course right here. You want to print this our way for you just to see it?
Yeah, you're the one who told me to take the class.
I'm just trying to figure out, so why is it set for trial?
It wasn't supposed to be set for another
Pre-trial.
pre-trial.
But the officer didn't appear.
Right, so seven trials.
And he
But
took
he
the
did.
class anyway, so
Yeah.
we're gonna dismiss him.
Yeah, I'm fine with this.
Okay, so, let me call your case, Mr. Lee.
All right.
This is the city of Detroit versus, Julius Caesar Lee, case number 204139006, counts 1 and 2. Mr. Lee, today is the date and time set for a trial in this matter, and I do not have, Officer, Brian Perkins. Is Brian Perkins available? No relation to me. Okay, and also, I do understand that an order from Judge Deborah Langston was for you to attend a driver improvement course, which you did show verification. So based on those things, I'm going to dismiss both of these matters, Mr. Lee. And also, you have two $50 warrant fees in this matter, and I'm gonna waive those warrant fees as well. So
Thank you.
outside of that, I don't think you have anything else here with the 36th District Court. And do you have any questions, Mr. Lee?
Do I got a fine?
No fine. The case has been dismissed, and I'm waiving the warrant fees.
All right.
Does it seem like it was some confusion some kind of way, whether it says you missed a court date, but you went to a class, you brought in proof of that. The officer's not here today. So based on those things, we're gonna dismiss. I mean, we're gonna waive the warrant fees in this matter. Okay.
All right.
All right. All set. Anything else?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Lee. Appreciate it. Best of luck to you, and have a great day.
Thank you.
You know, you was missing some stuff, some previous paperwork.
I think that, well, some of the people are new, so I have Mr. Juan Dorico Lewis here.
Yeah, you got this stuff, right?
Have you spoken to Mr. Lewis, Ms. Harris?
Mr. Lewis?
Yeah, Dorico Lewis.
No, I have not. And I think a Ms. Gunn just checked in and her case is at 1:30.
All right, let's see.
Because it says the court judgment.
Well, you know, since, he just told me to print everything.
Okay. So, Your Honor, on Mrs. Lyles, they defaulted her on, so you want to reopen?
Whatever you do, I'll let you and Mrs. Harris.
Because these are technically closed.
Yes, I understand.
Right.
So, Ms. Gunn, good morning to you.
They're not closed. They just default.
I can't hear you, Ms. Gunn. Let's see.
She's not connected to audio, it doesn't seem.
Schedule at 1:30.
Yes.
Ms. Gunn. Now you need to be unmuted.
Connected to the audio.
She's connected to the audio now. Ms. Gunn, can you unmute your phone, please? All right, and I'm gonna put you in the waiting room. Oh, you got it?
Okay. Okay.
Ms. Gunn. This is Judge Sean Perkins. I see that you're up for the day, but you're not up until 1:30. Are you at work or something, Ms. Gunn?
Yes, I am. I'm a nurse.
Okay.
I will call back.
Is that better for you to call back at 1:30?
That's her lunch break, she said.
It's my lunch.
Okay, call back at 1:30.
Okay, I sure will. Thank you.
Thank you. You know I'm gonna take those 1:30s too, right?
Okay.
What's the deal on just doing them all if they come in the room?
You could, I mean, it would have been up to you. I wanted to do her.
I mean, you can absolutely do that, but you do have a PM House Counsel at the same time too. So then it kind of runs into, because we're supposed to technically stop at a certain time.
I got you.
Yeah, 12.
Well, I don't want to cancel the PM House Counsel out, but let's go. So I'm gonna pull in Mr. Lewis. Can you pull up the Rico Lewis?
Okay, and there was someone with the last name Gilbert that's not on the docket for today. I think you said you had a Gilbert in the waiting room.
Aaron Gilbert.
I didn't see that on the docket. I could have overlooked
Right,
it.
let's pull in Mr. Lewis, and if you can pull him up, let's do him, and he's got an offer here. And his offer is pleading to failure to display and dismiss the driver's license not valid. and he has a unlicensed, pending unlicensed, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive.
So FTD and dismiss the rest.
Is that good with you, Mr. Goss?
Yes,
All right, here, just put that on there. I'll bring him in.
Because the other one's not listed, the 15 case, the failure to display is not.
I need the ROA.
Print the ROA back there, the last ROA is not on there.
Oh, on the ROA. Okay, and
Mr. Lewis,
Yes, yes.
good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for your patience. We're just now finishing up working on your case. I do have an offer in this case, and it's up to you whether you want to accept that offer. You can.
Said it's June the 8th.
And that offer would be to plead to straight up to the failure to display ticket. And I see that you have two other tickets. Was that one driving while license suspended?
Yes, sir.
And the other allowing an unlicensed person to drive.
Yes, sir.
Okay, those two tickets would be dismissed. If you want to avail yourself to that offer, we can do that now. If you want to talk to Mrs. Harris, who is the House Counsel today, you can talk to Mrs. Harris about any repercussions that may or may not go along with that offer. I'm going to fine you, if you do accept that offer, $240 for that ticket. I will give you time to pay if you need time to pay, and that will be the case. If you want to talk that over to Ms. Harris, I can put you in a breakout room, and you can talk that over with her. You can let me know your pleasure.
No, I'll take the deal. That sounds great to me.
All right. Okay. Let's pull up make sure he doesn't have anything else. Mr. Lewis.
Okay, so he does for some more money, Judge. He owns, let me see this right. Okay, see.
He's got three cases on the docket.
They all those are scheduled.
I'm just trying to see if you have anything else outstanding, Mr. Lewis, so we can kind of try to, if we can, get this wrapped up in one thing so you can be taken care of and know what you got to do.
We just owe this money
Okay.
to your judge. But I think this is
Yeah, I believe that was all I had. I had a $400 bond that I paid, and she said that was my last tickets, and I can get my license back after that.
$200 fine did you pay?
I had to pay $400 to lift up my warrant for the tickets.
A bond, okay.
Yeah, bond.
I see here, when did you get those for civil infractions?
he got these back in
one is 2015.
2015, December 2015.
Yeah, I'm just trying to clear up all my tickets. These are my last two tickets I got to clear up, so I get my license back.
So he's got 3
$45. Hold on. Oh shit, I don't know about still.
Yes, he's got some civil.
You know you got some civil infractions as well that you owe from
I thought that
2015?
was which tickets are those? I thought it was all in one.
I don't think paid it.
So I got a expired plate, I have no proof of insurance, and a defective equipment that went into default. And that was back in, looks like 2000 and 2016.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
anything from you, Ms. Harris?
Considering he has the outstanding civil infractions, Mr. Goss, I think you know where I'm going with this. It seems because we can't technically pull them out of default. I mean, I think a motion is supposed to be filed in order to do that unless the judge is going to allow. I would say allow him to pay the civil infractions and dismiss the misdemeanors, please, and thank you.
What was the misdemeanor? The misdemeanor, you got driving, allowing an unlicensed person to drive. He's got failure to display, and he's got a drove while license suspended.
How many?
And I believe the allowing an unlicensed driver is a 2015 ticket.
Okay.
Yeah, the alarm license is driving in 2015.
You can make that motion.
I'll allow you to make a oral motion, Mrs. Harris.
For dismissal?
Yes.
Okay. Ready.
Okay. So we are calling the city of Detroit versus Mr. Derico Juwan Lewis. I have case numbers SP 10887011. Strike that. SP. Okay, yeah, let me. SP 10887011. Case number SP 4963241. And case number 154282811. I also have case numbers SP 4963223, counts 1, 2, and 3. Today is the date and time. Was it set for a pretrial today? Mrs. Harris?
Okay, good morning, Your Honor.
Let me stop you, I'm sorry. Today is arraignment on the bench warrant. I will recall that warrant. I'll enter a not guilty plea on your behalf, Mr. Derico Lewis. And I'm sorry, Ms. Harris, now.
Good morning, Your Honor. Again, may it please this honorable court, Cherika Harris, P72832 on behalf of Mr. Lewis. Your Honor, respectfully, defense moves to dismiss the misdemeanor matters currently before the court, as it appears that there are several civil infractions that may be in default that Mr. Lewis is going to have to attend to prior to obtaining his license. We believe that it would be in the interest of justice to dismiss the misdemeanor matters and allow him an opportunity to pay the civil infractions, as that would require more time, more effort, more monies on his behalf in order to get those before the court.
Dr. Goss, you have the city have no objection, Your Honor. I also want to state that some of those civil infractions are the same as the matters beforehand, so there's no issue with that.
Okay, Mr. Lewis, do you understand what's going on today?
Yes, sir.
All right, so based on that, I will grant your motion to dismiss SP 10887011 and SP 4963241 and one 542828811, and I will also set aside the defaults in SP 49632, counts 1, 2, and 3. So based on that, Mr. Lewis, that's going to be a fine. What's 288? Let's make sure we read.
So we got 228.
Please, 196. I got 7.
$98. No, 198. 714. And you got that between statement fees. Judge Perkins, who brings that on the bench? Do you have 14?
So,
okay, just be patient in the judgment.
let me ask you this.
So just, okay. Thank you. Yes, Your Honor.
Let me ask you this.
You minimize.
No, that's, yeah, you can cut that away, right? Okay. Mr. Goss, typically, and this is totally up to you. in my experience, they've just made them plead to 2 tickets and pay the fines on that. He's looking at, what, over $700 either way you slice it on.
So we dismissed everything, he should have paid 17. That's all, he usually paid 17, so we good.
Yeah, I was seeing if we get a little cheaper. All right, Mr.
You dismissed 6 tickets.
Well, we only dismissed 3 tickets.
But then you dismissed 3 that were before too.
No, I set those aside so that he can deal with those tickets. So basically.
So you want, well.
I could, if you want me to, since we set them aside, I could remove the late fees. See what we got. So he acquired late fees. So I could remove these late fees, which is $38. That would reduce his sum. Unless he would take the late fees away since you removed the default, you can take the late fees away and that would reduce his sum.
And then what we'll do is we'll charge him each level for that.
You see right here, see how he got this 20% late fee?
Yeah.
Since you setting it aside, we remove the default, you can take the late fees off these matters. You still gotta pay these reinstatement fees.
What we can do is instead of fining him, the fine $85, let's make that $25.
You wanna make this
Do
$25?
you object to that?
No, whatever fine is.
So you want me to do the MRI on the civil infractions? Okay, I can do that.
Right.
I mean, misdemeanors are sometimes set, the MRI is with the civil infractions, MYR is set, and we can take it down to the judge. So I could make those $25 and then remove the late fee. That'll reduce it some. Yeah.
And then you can do that on all 3 matters.
I can do that.
Can you give me a total right quick?
Oh, yeah, I can start doing it. Hold on, let me show you. So we're gonna do
Just bear with me, Mr. Lewis.
Take your time. I'm not about to rush you. You guys helping me. I appreciate it.
So you're gonna look a gift horse in the mouth, huh?
In the interim, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
Could we please bring in Ms. Lyles? I can go into a breakout room with her, discuss her offer.
Attorney Harris, on Ms. Lyle's other tickets, the 2015 tickets, they are state matters. So nothing I can do on those.
See how it's lower, it's 130. See how I changed it.
You could, but thank you.
No, I can't.
You could find a state prosecutor for me.
You know how, there's no traffic state prosecutors in this building.
And nobody's gonna be available at 11:45 either. Okay.
Yeah, this MRI is 130. You want to make that 25?
They are in default, so you know what?
Will you dismiss yours pursuant to a pay on the civils, please, and thank you.
Only thing I was doing is pretty much the failure to display, because she already defaulted on the limited access one. So it's only thing, only mine was failed to display. You on mute.
You only have 2, correct?
I had 1, 2,
Okay,
3,
so
4, 5.
He still always loses.
We
This is what he owes.
dismissed the 3 tickets.
They're talking about the 2015 tickets are all state matters.
The $95 are getting dismissed.
So out of the 1, 2, 5, she only have to do the FTD.
These 3
and dismiss 4.
He's still gonna owe like.
Yeah.
She already defaulted
35, right? And then this is
on the civil.
So then the reinstatement fees are gonna be plus another.
Can you tell me what the 5 are? Maybe that's what I'm confused.
So that's.
P113128, count 1 and 2.
$45 times 3.
SP 1142862.
Yeah, okay, so that's 40.
1, 2, and 3?
Times 3.
3 is is the default.
Okay,
That's the limited access.
okay.
And count 1 on a 28621 is the FTD.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know, how about this?
And he still had
You know what?
This what he got to, Judge. I think.
She be responsible, even though it's default, she still be responsible for the limited access. I will dismiss the other ones, and she's responsible for the 2015 tickets.
He still got $400 in bond money that we can apply to the 525. So then he's gonna only have to pay 125. If he applying that bond.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? You see that 200
No.
open? That's bond money on this.
Voila.
ticket. He got another bond money on another ticket, so we're gonna apply the $400.
Because I've confused myself, so sorry.
You see?
She already defaulted on 2015.
No.
You got it?
Since she defaulted on 2015,
He got it on this one too, Judge.
just leave those there. I would dismiss everything except for the one that she already defaulted on,
See?
which is the limited access 1 to
So
5.
that's $400 to apply to the 525.
Right, how many there's 3 2015 tickets, correct?
Correct.
And they're all civil infractions.
No receipt of registration, drove without due care and caution, and improper passing, yes.
So
All right,
she's,
Ms. Ross, Ms. Harris, let's get Mr. Lewis taken care of, and we'll deal with that, all right? All right, back on the record in the city of Detroit versus Derico Lewis. Mr. Lewis, here's what I can do for you. I have basically waived the late fees in this matter, and I have assessed the ordinance fee at $25 in each matter, right? That's gonna bring your total for all 3 matters to $525. That $525 includes 3 Secretary of State $45 fees.
Okay, you did. You're right. Sorry, Judge.
Then 135. Okay, so I see that you posted a $200 bond in 2 of the matters, so you have $400 already with the court. I can apply the $400 bond to the matters, and you'll owe $125. Mr. Lewis, do you need time to pay that $125?
Just give me like a 30-day window, Judge, and I'll take care of it within 30 days. But it's gonna be soon though.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll give you till July the 2nd, 2021 to pay that remaining balance. We'll apply the bonds in this matter. You'll owe $125. And Mr. Lewis, if you have trouble paying that, then make sure you zoom back in on that date or before that date so you can let us know, so you don't incur any other penalties on that, all right?
Yes, sir. I mean, but Judge, I'm not gonna have no problem. I appreciate what y'all did, all the taking the stuff away. 125 is all right with me.
All right, Mr. Lewis, you have any other questions? You have any other questions? Okay, all right, that'll conclude this matter. Mr. Lewis, good luck to you, and thank you for your patience. Have a great day, all right?
Thank you. You too, Judge. All right, thank you. I'm all set.
Yeah, you're all set. I'm gonna remove you. Have a good day.
You too.
You can write them. Did I print the other ones? Did you print these for you? No. Okay, so you can write them.
So are we on the same page? Attorney Harris?
Sure.
Yeah, the Perkins screws on it. This is Jamari. We have court today.
She did a motion on it. So that statement, that takes me from my office.
Okay, good. So.
Okay, call me back at 1 o'clock and then I'll be ready.
That motion was to dismiss those 3 cases and to set aside due to the issue. To dismiss.
You need any other information on that, we'll make sure we make that right.
Oh,
That's Mr. Lewis. I just
Thank
really
you,
know that
thank you.
It's Miles. So she defaulted on those three. We're just gonna leave them as they are. I dismissed the FTD. The one charge that she's getting responsibility for is already in default. So she just keep that in default and I'm dismissing everything else.
Say that again. She's got,
She has some 2015 cases.
2015 cases.
Right. Leave them at default.
Hold on, Mrs. Lyons, 2015. 2015. Okay, these are the three 2015. You have a limited access. You have a driver's license never acquired. And you have a no conviction.
Oh, those three are the newest ones.
Right.
So I'm dismissing two of those.
Right.
The limited access, she's already defaulted. She defaulted on that one.
Okay.
So just leave that in default. I dismiss anything else.
So just leave this and dismiss everything.
Right.
And you're allowing her to.
Leave those in default too.
So let's put her on.
I got it right there.
So essentially, we're gonna do the same thing for her as we did for Mr. Lewis. And,
So
you're saying you don't want to set aside those defaults to allow her, to allow me to? I don't have to have you set aside the default to amend the cost on those.
I don't think so. You can, but
I have to make the request first. He's saying that he's possibly going to object to it, but it's ultimately, you could just say, yes, I'm granting your motion. Right?
yeah,
You're gonna adjust them.
I won't object to it, you know.
You're gonna adjust the price, like.
Yes.
It would be best to set them aside because that removes the default. They just.
Basically.
It provides for a more coherent process if we do it that way.
Okay. All right. So you want time to talk to her, so let me get this understood. We're going to,
Everything she has in default stays in default. Everything that's live is dismissed. That's the best way.
well,
But you know, she paid for everything in default, not dismiss everything else.
yeah, but I'm trying to give her a break on the cost because you're.
No, she's gonna ask for to reopen them, which is fine. I won't object to that. But so we don't have to. I'm trying to keep it as clean as possible.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, you're gonna make your motion, right, Ms. Harris? You
Yes, Your
understand? So.
And I won't object.
Well, fine, we'll leave it that way. Good morning, council.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Who do you have?
I'm actually here to fill in for Ms. Harris. I believe that she has someplace to be.
Oh, do you, Ms. Harris?
I do. I have to leave, Your Honor, so Mr. Malphite is going to take over.
Okay, so, do you, I guess we gotta rediscuss this, or do you wanna take care of Mr. Lewis before, you take care of Mr. Lewis before you leave? Ms. Lyles, or you gotta go now, Ms. Harris?
I can do that quickly.
Okay, let's call Mrs. Lyles in. Let's bring her in the room. Because Mrs. Harris, if you gotta go, you gotta go. I don't mind.
I can do it quickly.
Okay.
I mean, once I make the motion, I think Mr. Malphite can handle it from there.
Okay. Okay.
Turn it down, pause it to me. Yes.
It's still good morning, Ms. Lyles. So thank you for your patience. We have wrapped up some things here, and I am going to, so basically, Why don't you let her know what the offer is, Ms. Lewis, Ms. Harris?
So Ms. Lyles, you have several matters, and a lot of them include civil infractions that have gone into default. Or Your Honor, would this be better because it's streaming on YouTube if I could have her in a breakout room along with Mr. Malphite?
All right, I'll do that.
Oh, my Lord.
You already have a breakout room, number 3 open, that you can get to?
It doesn't show on my screen.
I don't see it either, Judge.
It said 7 matters, not 7. Excuse me, I'll get some tissue right quick. Blow my nose. Oh.
Here
Okay. Yeah, okay.
All right, Ms. Lyles, you can get in that breakout room and speak with your attorney. Is all open. You see that, Ms. Harris?
Got it.
Commissioner. That's what you want me to join that room there?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm understanding here.
We put you on mute.
Your Honor, I think we should be ready to proceed then with Ms. Lyles.
one is pending. I could change it and show you how to schedule. Because it's gonna give you like ID. So these are scheduled for today for show call. This is probably the default for me.
It just doesn't have the case number.
Yeah, but this lets you know it's a default, because defaults are scheduled for hearings. So let me go back.
Just make sure I get it all. Okay.
Okay.
This is City of Detroit versus Darlene Faye Lyles. I have case numbers SP 1142862, counts 1 and 2, and case number SP 1131293. Is there and there that would be counts let me strike that. SP 1131298 counts 1, 2, and 3.
Hey, good morning, Your Honor. Tim Malafide, P72339, on behalf of Ms. Lyles. Ms. Lyles, please state your name for the record.
Darlene Faye Lyles.
Thank you, ma'am. Your Honor, it's my understanding in speaking to my client that at this time we'd like to take advantage of the recommendations that were put forth, that being that there would be a dismissal for the 2 misdemeanors that have been put on the record, with the understanding that if our motion to set aside the defaults on the civil infractions is granted, that she will in fact be paying those in exchange for the dismissal. That's your understanding, Ms. Lyles?
Is that your understanding, Ms. Lyles?
Yes.
Do you understand what Attorney Malafide has placed on the record?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Goss?
Yes, sir.
He made the motion.
I did, but one more time, Judge, we would be asking that the court remove the defaults and set those aside.
Dante Goss, on behalf of the city, no objections.
Okay. Based on no objection from the people, we'll set those defaults aside. And it is my understanding, Mrs. Goss, that you're willing to avail yourself of the offer. Mr. Malafide, make sure I get this correct, if you would, please.
Lyles.
I'm sorry, Ms. Lyles. So that would be to plead responsible to case number SP 1131298, count 3. That is a limited access 1 to 5. That does not have any points. Is that correct, Mr. Malafide?
That's accurate, Judge. Yes, it's a 0-point offense.
And that would be based on that plea, the people are willing to dismiss SP 1131298, counts 1 and 2, and SP 1142862, counts 1 and 2. Did I get that correct, Mr. Malafide?
That's my understanding, yes, Your Honor.
So, based on that, what is limited access?
Hold on, it's 125. It's right here.
And then the other. Now, you made that motion to set aside the defaults in the 15 cases, Mr. Malafide?
Yes, Judge, I didn't pick specific cases because they were not read in the record. I wasn't certain. But my motion would be for whatever was previously discussed, the civil infractions that had been previously discussed.
Okay, so I'll put those on the record. You have case numbers 1546783 counts 1, 2, and 3, and the court will grant your motion to set aside those defaults, Mr. Malafide. And Mrs. Lyles,
yes.
Here's what I can do for you. Let's go to. I'm going to assess a fine in the SP 11312 983 case, limited access of $125.
Okay, I can,
Let me finish here, Mrs. Lyles. What I'll do is, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to pay. I see this is, what, are you working now, Mrs. Lyles?
yes,
Okay. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna, set aside the default fees in the 315 matters. Let's pull those. Okay. Okay. So let's do this. Mrs. Lyles, I set aside those cases. These are 15 cases. I have a no receipt of registration. Is that civil infraction? All of them civil infractions? Yeah, I see it. I see it here. Mrs. Lyles?
Yes.
Let me ask you this. On 9/10/15 at 12:20 p.m. in the area of West Outer Drive and St. Mary's, were you driving a motor vehicle in that you had made an improper pass or left turn, drove without, hold on, Ms. Lyles, drove without due care or caution and couldn't provide receipt of registration?
yes, sir.
Okay, so you plead responsible for those matters?
Yes, sir.
And in the matter of SP 113-12898, count 3, on November 2nd, 2020 at 1:44 in the city of Detroit, near Plymouth Road in Grandmount, did you have an occasion to be pulled over by the police in that matter, Mrs. Lyles?
Yes, sir.
And were you driving 1 to 5 over on a limited access highway?
Yes.
You satisfied with that responsible plea, counsel?
I am, Your Honor, yes.
Okay, so let's get to this. So what I'm going to do for you, Ms. Lyles, I am going to set aside the late fees in this matter on all 3 of the civil infractions. And I'm going to reduce the ordinance fine in this matter from $65 to $25 to try to save you some money, Ms. Lyles.
Thank you.
Is that the same?
It could be different. I have to go into each individual.
Okay, and I'm gonna do that for each of the individual 15 cases.
Okay.
So let me see if I can get you a total so that you'll know what you need to do to clear this up.
Okay.
Okay, this is a part of the late fee, okay?
I'm also gonna remove the late ordinance fee as well.
Yeah, change to 139. This is
Just the top one too.
but these 2 up here,
No.
this one has been adjusted already. I
Is
guess.
there a late fee on that 170? Late
Let me
ordinance
check
fee on
it. I didn't see it. Let me check. Yes, it does.
I'm gonna remove all your late fees on these matters, and I'm gonna reduce the ordinance fine from whatever they are to $25.
Okay, thank you. Could I say something?
Yes, you may.
Okay, I can, like you said, the 25, I could pay that every 2 weeks, because I get paid every 2 weeks.
All right, let me get you a total.
Okay.
All right, I see. Ms. Lyles, I have a total to clear up everything in the amount of $515.
Okay.
Now, I'll give you as much time as you need to pay that, Ms. Lyles. So you give me a date when you think you can have that paid off.
Okay, I can't exactly get it direct, but I know I can pay on the 18th of this month, I can pay 25. Then on the 7th, the 2nd, I can pay 25. 7/30, I can pay 25. 8/13, I can pay 25.
So are you saying, is this like every 2 weeks you get paid?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything else I can do.
I mean, she can pay, she can pay on them, but they'll still be open.
Yeah, but
and she
she'll be
won't be able
on
to get her
vacation.
driver's license.
I mean, Ms. Lyles, is there any is there any way you can do some community service? I'm trying to make it so that that kind of relieve you from these fees. Okay.
Yes, I can do community service.
How about this? You're working, right, Ms. Lyles?
Yes.
All right. So you're working. Let's say this. Let's just say let's charge her the 125 for the limited access, and let's charge her for one of the 15 tickets $130, and I'm gonna waive the other fines and costs for the other 2 tickets. I mean, Ms. Lyles, based on what you stated on the record, you're working, and how long have you been working, Ms. Lyles?
It'll be a year in September. I do that home health care.
Okay. Do you have any what about I'm trying to counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there any way that you can speak to Mrs. Lyles about her situation and so we can put that on the record? You want to go in a breakout room?
For clarification, Judge, so we have civil infractions that she owes on at this point. Are we trying to figure out if there is a viable payment plan, or what? Help me understand, because my concern at the moment is that with civil infractions, the only thing that she can normally do is, I mean, it's obviously possible for the court to extend payment, but because there's no remedy involved with the court, say putting her in jail or doing anything else like that, I don't know if community service is something that we can entertain. I'd like to be wrong about that, but.
Well, I mean, what I was willing to do, from what I understand, I don't know what your financial situation is like, Ms. Lyles, but it sounds like to me that you're making a valid effort to get these things paid off. But we're talking about $25 every 2 weeks on a $515 total amount. It sounds like to me that you're not making much money an hour, or how much do you make an hour?
No, I only make 10, I only work 2 hours.
And you only work 2 hours a week, Ms. Lyles?
Yes, every day. I work 7 days for 2 hours.
Okay, so you're only working 14 hours a week.
Yes.
So, you know, based on that, Ms. Lyles, I'm gonna really just suspend the cost in all three of the 15 matters and just charge you $125.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes. And I'll still give you the time that you need to pay that. That way, Ms. Lyles, you'll be able to get this stuff taken care of sooner rather than later. I'm sure that you need a driver's license so you can help yourself in getting to work and probably getting more employment. So based on those issues, I'm gonna suspend the matter in the 15 cases, and I'm gonna suspend the fines, and I'm just gonna charge you the $125. And I will, so basically, if you need every 2 weeks, what's today? June 1st? I will give you until
90 days.
I'll give you 90 days to pay that off. That's going to be September 2nd, 2021.
Okay.
If you need more time, Miss Lyles, please chime back in on Zoom back in on that day, and we'll see if we can work out some more time for you so you don't incur any other penalties on that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Will that work for you, Miss Lyles? Do you have any other questions?
No, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Anything else from the people?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Malafont?
No, Your Honor, and thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ms. Lyles, for your patience. I definitely appreciate you coming in today. And if you don't have any other questions, that's going to conclude the matter. I just want to make sure you understand what's asked of you.
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. That'll conclude the matter, Ms. Lyles. Have a great day, okay?
You too. Thank you. All right.
And good luck to you.
Yes.
Okay, so who else do we have? I know it's getting to be 12:30. We have 3 other people in the waiting room. I need ROAs for.
We got Mr. Looney. Did you have Mr. Looney?
I didn't have Mr. Looney.
Okay, we need offers for Mr. Looney.
Well, Mr. Gilbert.
Mr. Gilbert, I can check on Mr. Gilbert. What's Mr. Gilbert full name?
Mr. Gilbert is Aaron Gilbert.
Okay, let me see what's going on.
And I'm gonna try and break so I can pull up my JIS.
You coming back this afternoon, Judge?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna have, I'm gonna call IT. I tried to tell them it was wrong.
Mr. Malafont, how's it going?
Oh, very well, Judge. Sounds like you guys are trying to get some real work done, though. I appreciate that. I know that my clients do.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's best that we try to get these people back on the road and try to get their driver's license, so it's just not a revolving door. And somebody that's only, I mean, that's working only 2 hours a day and making only $10. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So if
I agree.
I guess if somebody has a problem with it, then I'll hear from them.
Absolutely. Judge, can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
I would encourage you, if you haven't already, to speak to Judge Robinson Garrett. She's had a lot of experience, I would say, in putting together systems that streamline situations like this. She has all of the things, so she could help kickstart a lot of things for you to make this process simpler, because she's already kind of created a lot of those systems. Or she can help you put that together, but that would be the person I would speak to.
Well, you always give wise counsel, so I will take you up on that.
Okay, just okay. Let you know one thing.
Okay, I got Mr. Looney.
Before we get started. Lancaster is scheduled at 1:30. Let him know that he's gone. Aaron Gilbert, his court date is not until July the 1st. So he's on there early. So those two. He has driver's license never acquired.
And just make sure that he
Hold
has.
on, I don't know if he got other stuff. That's what's got the document.
Pull up the janitors on him, all of that. Are you in the afternoon, Mr. Malachi?
No, Your Honor, I was simply called in for this, so I'm available until you choose to stop your morning docket.
Well, let me hurry up and,
That looks like his only map.
I know you have.
So that would be a FTD.
Okay, it's up to you guys. I'm just.
No, I'm just saying, since it's one matter, it's FTD.
Aaron, he could wait to the first.
No,
we'll get him out of here right
Yeah,
now.
because he's waited all this time. If we was on earlier,
Here,
yeah.
So I'm gonna bring in Mr. Looney, Mr. Malachi, and I have a offer here. I have two matters. Make sure Mr. Looney doesn't have anything else. We'll do that for each one of them.
Okay.
And I have an offer here. He's got a no insurance misdemeanor and an improper place. And it has here pleading to, it's a count one, it's established with this too.
Mr. Mooney, okay,
I wanted to improper plates.
That's not on the docket though. Let's see.
That's not on that.
Let me, I just gave 2 and 3, correct?
Yes.
Okay, let me
So
check.
he obviously paid.
Okay, let
So
me check.
Judge Williams was dismissing.
SP 107.
But sometimes they don't even get added to a document,
When he paid, that's why I'm.
No, sometimes,
When he paid.
or sometimes the officer might do something wrong and don't get added.
It was paid, Judge. It was paid on 5/25/21.
What was it?
The charge failed to stop the stop sign.
Oh, yeah.
So he paid $250.
Yeah. Go ahead, definitely.
Let me see if he got any other matter.
All right, this is for.
So you got that right, Ms. Malvon. I think people.
I can somewhat hear you, but it was unclear. Just give me a breakdown one more time.
Mr. Looney, I think the people, based on the fact that he had a civil infraction that he paid, they're gonna dismiss the other two matters.
Very good. Okay.
I'm gonna pull him in the room.
He don't
Very
have
good.
any other matter.
That's the only.
Mr. Looney?
Let me see if he got any documents.
Mr. Looney?
Yes, how you doing?
There we are, sir.
Yeah,
Doing
thank
well,
you for your
sir. Just give us a
patience.
moment
I
here. We're gonna
appreciate
take
you
care of
waiting.
things.
So I'm just looking up the last thing to make sure make sure everything else is taken care of here. He's at 245.
Yeah, he don't have any bond.
So he has 249.
Correct, $90.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna call your cases, Mr. Looney. So
Okay.
I have the city of Detroit versus Philip James Looney. I have case number SP 1077485, counts 1, 2, and 3. And I see, Mr. Looney, that you had a failure to stop ticket that you paid already. Is that true, Mr. Looney?
Yes, sir.
All right, based on that, the people are willing to dismiss the other two matters. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Now you have $245, you're gonna end up with $245 Secretary of State fees to get clearances for those matters. And, but you won't have any other fines and costs. So if you want to get their license back sooner rather than later, at least you'll be all clear with the Secretary of State, with the city of Detroit, 36th District, if you pay those $245 fees. But you're going to be able to pay that on your own volition, Mr. Looney. You
Yes, sir.
understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, based on that, I'm going to dismiss the matters and that'll conclude the matter.
All right. Do I have to
dismiss that based on substantial compliance?
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions, Mr. Looney?
Do I have to go to the Secretary of State for the two $45 payments or the 36th court?
I think you can pay those at the 36th District Court. You can pay those, either come down to the court or you can pay those at any DivDad kiosks in the city of Detroit. And I think a lot of them, there's one out front of the court and a lot of them are at CVS. And then you can also pay that online at 36districtcourt.org.
Okay.
All right, so there's a couple of ways you can pay that. The sooner you pay it, you get the clearance, and then you can go ahead and go to Secretary of State.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot for your patience, Mr. Looney, and have a great day.
Thank you. Have a blessed day.
All right.
Okay.
Who does that leave us with, Judge?
Pardon me?
Who does that leave us with?
That leaves us with Aaron Gilbert, and we have an offer here. That's that. And that's, he's got a license never acquired ticket. Let's see if he had any sibling to roll along with that, please. Mrs. Mathis. Nothing.
Let me do one
Okay,
thing.
and that's gonna
Let me
be
double check.
amended to, I'm just checking to see if he has anything else.
Yes, Judge.
And
out of curiosity, I'm presuming somebody checked in to see if he has a license, yes?
I haven't checked.
Okay.
We can make sure we ask that question. If he has a license, then we'll dismiss. All right. I'm gonna bring him in the room.
You don't have any other, this the only matter.
No other matters. Good afternoon, Mr. Gilbert. I really appreciate your patience. First of all, do you have a license, Mr. Gilbert?
No, I do not.
Did you have a license at the time of this instance?
No, I don't think I did.
Okay, so basically, the people are willing to charge with one count of driving license never acquired. The people are willing to reduce that, amend that ticket to a failure to display. That's a no point offense. There is going to be a $240 fine associated with that. Mr. Gilbert, you have the option to take that, or you have the option to go to trial, and we'll set you another date. It could possibly get better, who knows? But you also have Mr. Malfine on here that's very, very competent attorney, and he can go over those options for you if you want me to put you in a breakout room with him. It's your pleasure.
Nah, I'm okay with the what's that, the 240? It getting dropped down to the no display.
Okay, I'm gonna call your cases, Mr. Gilbert. This is the City of Detroit versus Aaron Christopher Gilbert, case number SP 9613211. And this is the date and time set for, is this pre-trial?
Let me double check.
Oh, he wasn't on it today.
Yeah, let me see his arm. Hold on.
Okay,
Just one moment here.
Mr. Gilbert, you understand that you have a right to contest these tickets and go to trial on them?
Arraignment on the bench.
Okay, this arraignment, today is the date and time set for an arraignment on a bench warrant. I'm gonna recall the warrant. I'm gonna set aside the warrant and enter a not guilty plea on your behalf, Mr. Gilbert. And I do have an offer here that I'll place on the record, which is to amend the driver's license never acquired ticket to a failure to display, which is a 0-point ticket. Would you want to avail yourself of that offer, Mr. Gilbert?
Yes.
And you know it's going to be a $240 fine associated with that?
Yes.
Okay, and you know you have the right to go to trial in this matter, right?
Yes.
And did anybody promise you anything other than what I stated on the record?
No.
Okay, by availing yourself to that offer, you know that you'll give up that right to trial, right?
Yes.
And you're pleading guilty by your own free will?
Yes.
Okay. Let me direct your attention, Mr. Gilbert, to December 31st, 2018, it was New Year's Eve at 8:03 p.m. in the city of Detroit. Were you driving in the area of Outer Drive and East 7 Mile?
Yes.
And did you at that time happen to get pulled over by a police officer and asked to provide a driver's license?
Yes.
And at that time, you couldn't provide the driver's license, Mr. Lewis?
Sorry, one more time.
At that time, you didn't have a driver's license to provide, did you, Mr. Lewis? Mr. Gilbert, I'm sorry.
All right. No, I did not.
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
So, thank you. Based on that, the court is going to accept your amended plea to failure to display a 0-point ticket. We're going to assess a fine of $240. Mr. Gilbert, do you need time to pay that?
Yes. Does my bond go towards that?
It definitely will. Let me just look up and see.
Yeah, $200 bond.
$200, definitely. That bond will go to that. We can apply that bond, Mr. Gilbert. Let me just let you know that that is going to take well, that's usually $240.
You got this. That's gonna be a state.
$45 reinstatement.
So when you say 240, you take this.
So basically, let me let you know, Mr. Gilbert, that that bond is going to take a while to apply. We'll definitely apply that, and then you'll owe another $40. If by some chance you have $240, you can come down and pay that, and then those things will be lifted, and you can immediately go to the Secretary of State if you don't have anything else out in the world.
If you come down, you can ask, you can go to the window and ask for the bonds to be applied right there.
Okay.
He has to come down for that.
You got that, Mr. Gilbert?
Yes, sir. So you said I come down there and tell them just apply the bond to it and then just give them the $40?
Right.
That would be the quickest way.
That'll be the quickest way, but it's your choice. If you need, so how much time would you need, Mr.
I'll say just give me 2 weeks just on scheduling wise.
Okay. Let's just give them 30 days, July the 2nd, 2021. And then with that, Mr. Gilbert, if you need some more time, if you haven't cleared it up by then, just zoom back in, all right?
All righty.
All right, thank you for your patience, Mr. Gilbert.
All right, no problem. Y'all have a good one.
Have a great day.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Lancaster comes back at 1:30.
Mr. Lancaster.
Yes, John, I'm here.
I'm sorry about the wait, but you weren't on our docket until 1:30.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Let me ask you this, do we have 1:30 people on the docket for the other House Counsel that's coming in? Okay, so we can see what Mr. Lancaster has, we can see if we can get you taken care of now. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, he was waiting a while.
Yeah, you've been, I appreciate your patience, Mr. Lancaster. What we're gonna do is, we're gonna see if we can resolve this for you now, so you don't have to come back at 1:30.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
See the 1 o'clock number?
I don't see the afternoon files.
Yeah. Mr. Lewis, did you write on the
I think we dismissed it.
It was just the air and Gilbert.
Aaron Gilbert.
Okay, this is Mr. Lewis right here. Mr. Lancaster. You want this? Okay.
6-2.
Is that
1:30, June 1st. For Lancaster?
Uh-huh. So this other case change. Same thing, it was just amended to disorderly conduct, and he's still on 18. I mean, according to, I mean, he got the same charge. And they gave him disorderly conduct already in the person.
So. Same.
Now we're thinking. Oh, let me.
Okay. Mr. Lancaster.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you for your patience. I do see that there's an offer in the file to amend this ticket to a disorderly conduct. So, Mr. Mallon, do you want to speak with Mr. You don't have the file at all, do you?
I know what the charge is, Judge. I can advise him fully just using that as long as I have a moment in a breakout room.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in the breakout room with Attorney Malafont so you can discuss moving forward, Mr. Lancaster, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, is breakout room 3, is that where I'm supposed to go? That's.
Yeah, you can, is that open for you now?
That's the one that it says you have been assigned to breakout room 3. I can go there if you'd like.
I'll put it in breakout room 3 as well.
Okay.
So join that room and you get an opportunity to talk this case over with your attorney. All right. So Mooney is dismissed
I'm sorry, somebody wanted to come up here and speak to you. And I was trying to call them.
Who's that?
Judge Combs clerk, excuse me.
Okay.
Yeah, she didn't have. Where she is. What you say, John?
Mooney was dismissed based on his compliance payment of the dismissal.
Judge Perkins Courtroom, Mr. Meyer. Mr. Lee? Yeah, I'm here. Mhm.
Julius Caesar Lee.
Like somebody just came on. Oh, they hung up. Oh, Jessica's iPhone, is that Mr. Late answer?
No, that's not Mr. Lancaster. This is Jessica's iPhone.
This is Damon Glenn.
Yeah, Damon Glenn. All right, Mr. Glenn. Let's see. So we don't have, I don't have.
For Damon Glenn, I thought we had. This is Julius Caesar, right? Damon Glenn, I can't ring the bell. I thought he-
Oh, the EWA. Two new tickets.
You say he got 2 new tickets?
Right.
Hey, thank you for your patience, Mr. Glenn. We're going to get you squared away. Pull up.
I see this would be a good time to lock it. The only reason why I say that is because
People be close to the 1:30.
yeah, the 1:30 people start zooming in with the.
I just tell them to call back.
Yeah, they start watching.
We're ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Ready to proceed? Okay. And he's going to avail himself to the offer, Mr. Malachi?
Correct, yes, Your Honor.
On that, do we have to do a PSI on that? Or what do we do as far as sentencing?
So he's gonna plead to this. Yeah, I can do a PSI for you. You can sign it. And then I will submit it all to the probation department, which is set sentencing. Mr. Lee, the judge is on the bench, and once I'm done, I'm gonna call you right back, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
So based on that, Mr. Malachi, I guess we're gonna set up a, let me ask you, attorney, Goss, what about the disorderly conduct on that? Do they do a PSI on that? Or do
They have to do the STI.
So we set it for a review, 6 months or something like that? And
Normally they do.
okay, I got 2 things. I got testing and morale. All right. And then typically the fine is what, 240.
Depends on the judge. Typically, they charge them a little bit more, but it would be based on your, how you want to set it up going into the future. If that's what you want to do today, I mean.
Right, you can always change it.
Yeah. Like in the future, when you do another one, you can always set your fine.
Okay. So what we'll do in here, let me call the case. We have City of Detroit versus Dylan Lancaster, case number U 598-60521. Appearances, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Tim Malafite on behalf of Mr. Lancaster. Mr. Lancaster, please state your name for the record.
Yes, DeLon Lancaster.
Your Honor, there have been recommendations put forth. We'd like to take advantage of those recommendations.
Okay, well, based on that, I will accept, Mr. Lancaster, let me ask you this. You had a chance to talk to your attorney, correct?
Correct.
And you understand that what's being offered to you in this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Based on that, I am going to charge you, if you accept this offer, I'm going to charge you a $100 fine in this matter. And I'm going to give you all the other necessary costs associated with it. In that you have a $50 state cost, you have $75 crime victim rights cost, you'll have a $65 local ordinance cost and a $25 attorney fee.
So no meeting, just set it over.
Strike that. What I'm going to do, Mr. Lancaster, is I'm going to set this for a sentencing date, and we'll run a PSI on you, and we'll set you up with an interview with the probation, and we'll come back in July 2nd, in 30 days.
Okay.
Okay. So when will he need to do this? When will he be able to interview?
He needs to contact probation. This is the number. Mr. Lancaster, you're going to have to call probation at this number.
All right.
Are you ready to write it down?
Yes.
Okay, it's going to be area code 313.
Okay.
965 3414. You're gonna call the probation department, and they're going to be awaiting your call. Okay, so you can do your PSI report.
Okay. Thank you.
Let me put this on. Let me put this on the record. So the court is going to accept the court call case number City of Detroit versus DeLon Lancaster, case number U598-60521. The court is going to accept your amended plea in this matter to disorderly conduct. I am going to order you to appear before probation so that you can, a PSI, a pre-sentence report can be drafted. And I'm going to set a sentencing date for July the 2nd. Is that okay? And then at that time, I will administer fines and costs and what you need to do to clear this matter up. You understand that, Mr. Lancaster?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Do you understand that, Mr. Malafont? Did I?
Yes, Your Honor, I understand what the court is trying to accomplish.
Okay. All right. So based on that, Mr. Lancaster, you're going to need to contact probation with that number. Did you write that number down? My clerk just provided you.
Yes.
Yeah. He didn't accept responsibility.
Okay, on today, right?
Today, right?
All right, so we're gonna put the plea on the record. Mr. Lancaster, can you raise your right hand for me, please?
Yes. Oh,
Do you, right hand, other right? All right,
sorry.
good. Do you swear or affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can put your hand down.
Do they usually?
Just on the daytime, was he just?
Mr. Lancaster,
Yes.
on January 14, 2021, at 1:45 a.m. In the city of Detroit, in the location of 13953 Cherish Street, were you disorderly at that time, Mr. Lancaster?
Yes, Your Honor.
And
Satisfied,
did you get
Judge.
Satisfied? Okay. The court is satisfied, and we'll have you back here on July 2nd. But Mr. Lancaster, call in and discuss that to the probation officer when you get off the line. Okay.
Okay.
If you have a problem connecting with probation, Mr. Lancaster, please zoom back in so we can get you connected to them, because otherwise on July 2nd, we're going to be ready to proceed.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you'll be back July the 2nd. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Who's this one is Jessica's iPhone? That's Mr. Glenn.
No, he's Mr.
Damon Glenn. Is that right, Mr. Glenn?
Yes, Damon Glenn.
Oh.
Do we have a?
Did we get the, yeah, you guys the hours?
I got it right
You
here.
got it, okay.
Okay. Can you pull them up on the screen so I can see anything else that we have? It seems like you got these one on the first. Can you see these? I don't see one.
I'll write it again.
See what these.
It's gonna be EWOP amended to a disorderly conduct. Missed up.
He's got 1, 2 other cases, an unregistered, untitled, and a license improper.
Are those,
Those are 2021 cases, and they're supposed to be heard on the 3rd. Print those off for me too. So, Mr. Malafont, Mr. Glenn has 2 matters up today and 2 matters up on the 3rd, 2 days from now. So hopefully we can get, Mr. Glenn, hopefully we can get that offer on all of those tickets so you can get squared away today.
Okay.
I'll give you an opportunity, Mr. Malafont, to do your thing.
Certainly,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Goss.
And I'm happy to do that. Mr. Goss, if I heard correctly, we're looking at, what was it? Driver license not valid, no insurance, and an EWOP?
Correct. So, it's going to be failure to display for the driving without license, and dismiss the untitled vehicle. The EWOP will be disorderly conduct, and dismiss the other drug charge.
That
So
was
it's 2 and 2.
2 and 2. Okay. Now, normally with an EWOP, what we would do is we wouldn't disorderly conduct that. We would turn that into a delayed sentence.
No, our office policy is supposed to be, we don't delay sentences because that's one of the mayor's issues. So we don't supposed to delay those. Those will just be delay, straight up disorderly conduct.
All right. Well, things have changed. I understand. That was not my understanding before, but that's okay. Things change, and I get that. So we're going to work then with, you said a disorderly conduct FTD. The other two are going to get dismissed.
Correct.
All right. Well, Judge, if I can quick talk to my client, I'll just make sure that if that works, we can proceed. If not, I'll let you know.
You want to break out room?
Quickly, if I could, please.
Certainly. Put you in
Looks
room
like I'm still. Yeah,
Pardon
it
me?
seems like I'm still at room 3, Judge. So if you could just
Okay.
put him in room 3.
I'll just put Mr. Glenn in room 3.
Thank you, sir. Your Honor.
Yes.
We're ready to proceed at this time. We'd like to take advantage of the recommendations.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Glenn, you had an opportunity to speak with your counsel, and then I'm told that you will take the recommendation that's being offered by the people, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Court is calling City of Detroit versus Damon Taylor Glenn, case number 217-17492, count 1, driving unregistered or untitled vehicle, and count 2, drove while license not valid or improper license, and case number U53105019. That will be a narcotic and drug-related violation. And case number U50702719. That will be entering a vacant building without written authorization. From my understanding, Mr. Glenn, you're going to avail yourself to the offer, which would be to amend the entering a vacant building without written authorization to disorderly conduct, and to amend the driver while license not valid or improper to a failure to display, which would be a 0-point ticket. I will fine you $240 in both of those matters, and well, $240 a piece, and then we'll dismiss the other 2 tickets. Is that your understanding of the offer, Mr. Glenn?
Yes.
And are you willing to take that offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you do understand that you have a right to a trial and contest all of these matters, correct?
Yes.
And by accepting these plea offer, you won't have that option anymore. You'll be set to take the fines and costs that are associated with each one of these matters. You understand that?
Yes.
Did anybody promise you or threaten you to take these offers or offer you anything other than what's stated on the record?
No.
And you're taking them by your own free will?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Glenn, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth in this matter?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down, Mr. Glenn. On October 1st, 2019 at 7:30 p.m., were you in the city of Detroit in the area of 6059 Northfield Road or Street?
Yes. Yes.
And at that time, were you, did you enter a vacant building without written authorization?
Yes.
Meaning you entered that building without the homeowner's permission, is that correct?
Yes.
Satisfied as to that count, Judge.
Thank you. And as for case number 217-174-922, were you in the city of Detroit on January 19, 2001 at 3:20 p.m. in the area of Dexter and Joy Road?
You said 2001?
I'm sorry, January 19, 2021. I took you back. You were born in 2001, right?
Yes, sir.
You certainly weren't driving then, were you?
No, sir.
Okay. Matter of fact, you weren't even born then. So January 19th, 2021 at 3:20 p.m. in the area of Dexter and Joy Road.
Yes.
Did you have to get pulled over by a Detroit police officer at that time, Mr. Glenn?
Yes.
And were you driving an unregistered vehicle?
Yes.
I'm sorry, let me strike that. Were you asked to provide a valid driver's license and you couldn't do so?
Yes.
Satisfied, Judge.
Thank you. So based on your pleas to both of those counts, I'm going to amend the entering a vacant building without written authorization to a disorderly conduct. And I'm going to amend the other driving while license not valid to driver's license not valid or improper license to a failure to display, which is a 0-point ticket. And I'm going to impose a fine of $240 in each of the matters. So that'll be a total cost of $480, Mr. Glenn. Do you need time to pay that, Mr. Glenn?
I was trying to see, because I had paid the bond. I was trying to see, could y'all take it up, some of it out the bond?
All right, let's see. How much bond did you have? What we'll do is we'll apply any bond that you have to the matters. Let's see, Madam Clerk. Do you know how much I see? I see $100 bond, cash bond. I see $200 cash bond. I mean, $200 cash bond.
Okay, I'm looking for money right now. I must be on the use. He has $100 on you ticket ending in 2719. And then he has a ticket ending in 5019. He has another $100, so he got a total of two.
So I see here you have a total of $100 bond on 2 tickets. So that's a total of $200. What we'll do is we'll apply that $200, Mr. Glenn, and that'll leave you with a remaining balance of $280. Do you need time to pay that, Mr. Glenn?
I can pay it like in 3 days.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you 30 days to pay that fine. That will be July 2nd, 2021. And if you, hopefully you can get it paid in the 3 days, Mr. Glenn, so you can clear this matter up. But if not, if you find yourself you can't pay it, then zoom back in on that July 2nd date, and we'll see if we can work out some more time for you, all right?
Okay, I was saying, after I pay it off, so that is it still going to stop me from gaining my license? Because I went in to try to get my license, and they said that I had a hold for my tickets.
Yeah. So you will, until you get that paid off, you won't be able to get a license. So the quicker you pay that off, and what I would suggest, Mr. Glenn, is that you come down to the court and ask the court to apply that bond to your tickets, because that would be the quickest way to do that. If you wait on the court to do it, it may take you a month or more for that bond to apply. So you need to come in, if you can come down here and ask them to apply that bond and then pay the rest in cash, that would be the quickest way for you to be able to clear up all this. And then you can, unless if you don't have anything else out in the world, then you can go to the Secretary of State and potentially ask them for a driver's license.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay, based on that, that'll conclude this matter, Mr. Glenn. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm going, sir.
You're all set, sir. Yes, you may log off.
Mrs. Devon Lewis. Miss Lewis?
Yes.
Yeah, good afternoon. I see your matter is set for 1:30. What we just got finished with the morning docket, Ms. Lewis, and I got to give our court staff somewhat of a break. So if you can zoom back in, we'll appreciate it. And I'll note that you were the first one in the room.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
Have a good break.
Dude, thank you much. So we just close the Zoom meeting altogether.
See you later, Tim.
I'll see you later.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for your patience too.
Quite all right, Judge. I understand.
All right.
That's him.
That's gonna be it.